Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Robert, and today we're going to be continuing on with our part 3 of our residential wiring and technique videos. This week we got the project board behind us. We're going to be doing two three-way switches and a light fixture box up there. We're going to be coming in with some 14-2 to our first box, and then we'll be coming in between the two switch boxes. We're going to have some 14-3. And coming out of the last box over here, going to the light fixture box, we're going to have some 14-2. Yeah, I got the print laid out behind us here. I'm going to go ahead and throw a quick clip up on the video here. That way you guys can follow along. And let's go ahead and jump into this video. Okay, so here's the print that we got drawn up for this mock-up we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing two three-way switches and a light fixture. So if you look over here, first of all, we're going to be doing 14-2 coming from the breaker panel to the first box. We're going to be doing 14-3 in between the two light switch device boxes. And we're going to be doing 14-2 going from the second switch to the light fixture box. So straight off, right out of the gate here, we're going to go from the neutral wire. We're going to go over to the first device box. We're going to wire nut. We're going to come over to the second device box of the light switch box, and we're going to wire nut. And we're going to come on over to the light fixture box where we will attach to the terminal on the light fixture. That leaves us with the black and the ground over here. So for the ground screw and the ground wire, we're going to come out of the breaker panel box and go over to the first light switch. And we're going to pigtail going to the terminal screw on that light switch there. Come over, pigtail another one, and go to that light switch grounded terminal. And then we're going to go over to the light fixture box where our light fixture box is plastic and our light fixture device is plastic. So it doesn't have a grounding screw terminal. So we're just going to go ahead and push that back into the back of the box on our mock-up today. We have our black wire coming from our 15 amp circuit breaker in our breaker panel. We're going to be running that over to our common screw on our first light switch. We have a black screw, which is the common. You guys can see that. And we have two gold screws up top. So we're going to be running the black wire to the common. And then we're going to have our two travelers. The red and the black is what we call our traveler wires. And they're going to be on the two gold screws up top. So we're going to have the red coming off the left side, going to the left side on this switch. And we're going to have the other black wire on our 14-3 coming off, going to the right terminal on our second switch. And then on our 14-2 black wire over here on our fixture side, we're going to have the black wire going to our load, or not black wire on our common going to our light fixture. So if you notice on the power side coming into the first switch, you have the constant 120 volts on the common. And on the other three-way switch, you have the common going to the load, which is our light fixture. So that's important. So we're going to wire nut our grounds in the device boxes, their pigtails. We're going to wire nut neutrals in our device boxes. If we were using any four-way switches, they would go between the three ways. So this particular mock-up, we're going to be controlling a light in two different locations. Whereas if we wanted to do, let's say, 4 different locations for some reason or the other, then you would need to put two four-way switches in between these two three-ways. So give you 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 switches for 4 different locations. So, all right. So I hope this print makes sense. Drop a comment below, guys. If you like these prints, the way I draw them out, if you understand them. If I miss something, go ahead and drop a comment and let me know. Let's go ahead and get into wiring. Okay, so here we are at our first switch box. Now we have our 14-2 coming in here and going in. This is our power in. And this is our 14.3 going out over to our second switch box. So what we're going to do first is like I always say, I like to do grounds first. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and try to situate these grounds where I can go ahead and bond or twist them together. Give them a good twist 4, 5, 6 times. We'll snip off the smaller end. Then we're going to take our grounding wire nut here. We're going to slide it up on there. And we're going to tighten her down. Get her good and snug. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make a hook here on the end. I'm going to trim this back a little bit. I'm going to make us a hook. Just like that. We got our first 3-way switch here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that hook and we're going to put it on this screw, the grounding screw. And we're going to tighten her down. Now we got our ground screw done. What I like to work on next is my white neutral wires. So basically all we're going to do here is we're going to take these 2 neutral wires, we're going to wire nut them together and push them in the back of the box. So we'll bring it down here. Take some lineman pliers. Twist these together a couple times, like that. Put your white wire, or you put your wire nut on. And we're going to stuff it right in the back of the box. Spin it around, stick it like that. Alright, that's a little better. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're left with this is our constant power coming in from our breaker. And these are going to be your 2 traveler wires. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a hook on this one here. And we're going to attach it, since this is our constant hot coming from our breaker panel. We're going to put this one on our common screw. And tighten her down. I will mention that you don't want a whole lot of copper exposed here. If you notice, I have very little around this screw exposed. So that's what you want. Now we're left with our 2 traveler wires. So let's go ahead and put a hook on those. Okay, I'm going to have to strip that one back just a little bit. Okay, so now we're left with our traveler wires, our red and black. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the red and we're going to put it on the left side. the black, and we're going to put it on the right side. So let's go ahead and make our loops. Do this black one first here. It's in my way. And then we'll do the red one. Okay. So we're going to put our black one over here on this top screw. Tighten her down. And then we're going to put a red one over here on this screw. We'll tighten her down. Alright, so there's our first three-way switch. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put her up on the box here. Okay, so we have our first box done. So let's jump on over to our second switch box. Okay, so here we are at our other switch box. I got our other three-way switch here. As you can see, we got our 14.3 coming over here. We're coming up into this light switch box. We have our red, black, neutral, and bare ground, and then we have our 14.2 coming up and going to our light fixture box. So this like before, let's go ahead and get these grounds out of the way. I like to do those first. So I just like to go back into the box and just start twisting. I want to twist those 4, 5, 6 times to make sure they're good and connected, good and tight. So we're going to nip that off. Take our alignments and give it one more good twist here. Take our other grounding wire nut, slide it on. Make sure it's good and tight. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to snip this in just a little bit too. We'll put us a hook on it. Alright, we got our three-way switch. So we're going to turn our hook in the direction that we're going to be tightening on the screw. And we're going to tighten her down. Okay, so we got our grounding wire on our three-way switch in the direction that we're going to be tightening the screw. So let's tighten her down. Okay. So next, you guys already know that I like to just go ahead and knock the neutrals out of the way. So let's go ahead and strip this back. And we're going to take our alignment pliers. Start twisting here. And we're going to twist these white neutral wires together a couple times. Get us a wire nut. Tighten her down good and snug, and we're going to push her back into the box, just like so. Now, once again, we're left with our 2 traveler wires, and this is the one going to our light fixture. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the light fixture one first. We know that this one needs to go, since we're on the second switch, we want this one on the load side to go on the common screw. So let's go ahead and do it first. We'll strip her back. Make us a hook, loop, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to put it on the common screw. And we're going to put the hook in the direction that we're going to be tightening. Wire. Slide it under the common terminal. Tighten her down. Good and snug. Now, we're left with our 2 traveler wires. So let's go ahead and put us a hook on these. And once again, we're going to take our red over here on this side, and we're going to connect it to the gold screw for a traveler. And we're going to tighten her down. That leaves us with our black traveler. We're going to flip our hook around. And we're going to slide it around the other gold terminal. And we're going to tighten her down. So now we're going to take and put this switch back under the box. Okay, so we got both of our light switches wired in. So let's move overhead and go over to the light fixture box. Okay, so here we are at our light fixture box, and we have left with our 3 wires here. And we got our lamp. So what we're going to do is, as I was telling you guys in the print video, the grounding wire, we have a plastic fixture box here. So all we have is a gold and silver screws. We have no green grounding screw for this device. So basically what I'm just going to do is, for future reference and leaving this ground wires, I'm just going to go ahead and shove them in back of the box where it has no chances of touching this black wire or those studs on the top. If you guys do it a different way, just let me know. Do you R-nut it? Do you tape it, heat shrink it, or do you just push it back in the back of the box? Let's go ahead and strip these wires here back. We'll make us 2 hooks. We're going to take the common which is our black wire here, and we're going to put it on the gold screw terminals, and we're going to make sure we got our direction right. So let's take our black wire here, slide it on, tighten her down. Take our white wire, slide it on, tighten her down. So we're wired up. Let's push our light switch fixture back, and we'll be ready to try it out. So we got our board wired up here, and I just went ahead and plugged it in to the receptacle over here. So let's go ahead and see what it does. Awesome. Okay, guys, so there it is. That is the way to wire up a two three-way switches and a light fixture to control a light in two locations. Go ahead and wrap this video up. I appreciate you guys that subscribe. Those of you that's not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Also keeps you all notified from when we post new content on the channel. We do this to help those out there that may be learning this stuff. We really enjoy doing it. We're no professionals by any means. We don't claim to be better than nobody else. We just love doing this type of work, and we just want to help somebody out. So guys, that's going to wrap up this video. We'll catch you guys on the next one.